Life is a perception game. As simple as this may sound, that's really what it is. It's really based on how you look at things, how you look at yourself, how you look at your life. And based on your perception, this creates the fabric of your life, and we act based on the thing we see and what we think it means to us. And in this video, we're going to look at the 3 words that can create a lot of scarcity, a lot of anxiety, and a lot of suffering in our life. So let's go. I love talking about the power of words because words are like a Lego brick. You know those little Legos that we use to build things? Well, that's what we do with our words. We use our words, whether it's in our thoughts or out loud, to build meaning to things, to add a meaning, to explain things, to make sense of things. And with the words we use and the meanings we have and the emotional attachments that we have around those words, we build the fabric of our life and the fabric of our reality. And so the words that we use so casually, so carelessly, and often unconsciously without really thinking about the things we say affect us much more than we imagine. Simply because we're not paying attention, simply because we're not trained consciously to be self-aware of the impact of the language in the conception of our world. Now, for example, if you hate something or if you dislike it, means very 2 different things. If you like something or if you find something absolutely irresistible, it means again 2 very different things. If you have a big problem or if you have an interesting challenge, you're very likely to deal very differently with those 2 situations. Now, what changed is maybe not just the situation itself, but just how you describe it. And some words can really energize us, bring passion, bring motivation, can make us feel moving, while other words can make us feel stuck, heavy, disempowered, overwhelmed. So let's look at those 3 words that can really make us anxious, stressed up, put us in scarcity, and that really often doesn't help us. The first word is loss. You know, when you're afraid or when you just lost something or someone, maybe you lost a title, a business opportunity. Sometimes it's not even about I lost it, it's about the perception that maybe I will lose it. If I don't work hard enough, I will lose it. What if it, doesn't come out and I lose this opportunity, or I lose my boyfriend or girlfriend, or I lose this and that? What if I lose, my wealth or my money, my time? What if I lose my sense of confidence and who I am and my freedom? So we get really triggered by losing something, especially our ego, because our ego likes to grow, likes to feel important and significant. And the idea of losing something can make us feel very vulnerable or very weak. And so when we think we might lose something, or we just lost something, it puts us in one of those states. The second word that can put us, in a state of suffering and pain and anxiety and so on is less. When we use the word less, I have less time, less than others, less money, less motivation, less opportunities than others. I have less. It's very difficult to feel good, to feel growing when you have less of something. Especially if you compare yourself toward other people, especially if you compare yourself toward where you think you should be. I am less far ahead than I should be at my age. This is something that you often hear about people and the pressure they put on themselves. And this creates that, that pressure of achievement, those expectations, and it can be really pressuring. The perception that we have less, that we're missing something. And the last word on the list for today is never. And never is dangerous. Why? Because never is done. It's settled. If there is no opportunity, never is one of those words that are stuck. When you feel like you have never gonna make it, it's never gonna work out for me. I'll never be rich. I'll never find love again. I'll never find another relationship like that. Never puts you in a situation where you feel like it's unattainable. And when you feel like that, You feel like that no matter what you're gonna do, you'll never get there. And it can really create the sense of like despair almost, where everything is crumbling around you. Because the thing that you so want will never happen. And it's not maybe and might, or there's no possibility in the word never. And so our perception becomes that of a little box. And because we told ourselves that it's never going to happen, our mind starts to believe that it's never going to happen. And the more we think in that way, the more we find evidence, and the stronger that belief becomes. I'm never going to be good enough. It's never going to be happy. We start to live by those words, by those sentences, by those mental and emotional constructs that we create for us. And when we use those words often in those contexts, loss, less, and never can really take a toll on ourselves. It can create a lot of limiting beliefs, a very limited perception of reality that is not the truth, but that is your truth because of the way you allow yourself to label your experiences. And that's why I invite you to become aware of what words you use to create meaning in your life, to explain things, to label your experience. And if you notice some of those words, replace them, reframe them, look at the situation from a different way. It's because the most important thing is to have the motivation and the determination to see your situation in a different way. This is where all change and growth and possibility start, is when you choose to see things differently. Now all of a sudden the things you look at change, and everything now can set in motion for something new. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in a comment. As always, please like and subscribe and share. See you next time. Be well.